Hello, it's Carla here from Sea Law Plans, and I am going to go over my planners today and just explain some of my shifting going into the second quarter of the year. I have been in my MakseLife since the beginning of 2020. The Hobonichi planners are new to me, and the Passion planner I was also in 2020. And so I have some new things that I went over at the beginning of the year. Some of the uses of these items have shifted, and so I'm just going to do like a real quick update video for you here. So let's start with my MakseLife. This used to be my fully functional, all-in-one, everything I ever had was in here, and that is shifting a little bit. And so I will flip through the pages as I can. I will not show any of my goals or reflection pages. And I had this on rings for a very short time. And I unfortunately had to take it off of rings because just this amount of pages I had, this is only 6 months of this planner because I use both layouts. So the amount of pages I had caused the top rings to gap, and I just couldn't even deal with it. So unfortunately, my rings had to get returned, so I did put it back on the coil, and when I put it back on the coil, I actually moved the pocket to the front, and I am completely obsessed with it. I absolutely love it. I love having the stickers in easy to reach area, and I absolutely love having, this was also in my rings, I love having my little contacts pages that I printed out for all of my planner friends for random kind of happy mail as well. And so as of right now, I don't have a single blank page in this planner, which makes me like giddy happy. So I will skip through all of the very beginning goal and vision pages. Oh, I guess I can show my vision page. So this is my vision board. This was the first year that I have done a vision board, and I didn't really know kind of what I wanted to do with it. So I just got a bunch of images from Unsplash, and then I got this vinyl decal from Youngblood Made because I've been for a very long time trying to learn American Sign Language, and one of my goals is to become fluent. So I needed that on my vision board as well. So I decided that I was going to only use one layout for 2021, and I very quickly regretted it. And so in 2020, I actually decided to combine this planner with the vertical layout and the horizontal layout because I really enjoyed having just the extra space. And I also really liked being able to pull my goals out to even more of a daily type of tracking. I love my tracking system down here, but I really wanted to be able to stretch them out a little bit more and focus more on each item on a daily basis. And so that's what I did here. And then as soon as I did that here, I immediately missed my kind of horizontal for my to-dos. And so you will see that there's a lot of changes in these pages in the vertical for the first couple of months. I had my schedules and my to-dos, and then I had my memories because I wasn't memory planning at the time, and just a lot of things shifted very quickly because I tried to do something new in 2021, and I quickly realized that I just needed to be back in my original headspace of 2020 where my planners worked for me instead of me struggling to get my planners to the way I wanted them. And so I still really love a lot of these layouts because it's definitely a very well lived in planner. But as soon as I started shifting into March, I just kind of had like a little bit of a headspace change. And I never post my goals and my reflections on Instagram because a lot of them are getting extremely personal. I'm working on a lot of things in my personal life. I'm also working on a lot of mindset changes, and I've been using these pages to just dig a lot deeper, and there's a lot of personal journaling in them. And there's a lot of gratitude and affirmation and accomplishments and wins and losses. And so a lot of my pages have gotten extremely personal. So here in March, I think this might be the week. Yeah, this is the week where I brought back in the horizontal because this vertical, it was just too cluttered for me. And then once I brought my horizontal back in, I also wanted to start learning how to do some drawing and doodling. So I made sure to do that every day as well. And so you can kind of see that just like everything is still just like a hodgepodge hot mess. And I just really couldn't find my flow, which is really weird because I've been in this entire planner for an entire year. But this is where I finally went back to my tried and true. All of my goals were here. And then I had all of my to-dos and schedule here. We have started to have a little bit more of an uplifting of the quarantine. And so I've been leaving the house a lot more. And the downside with having my schedule and all of my to-dos in this planner is I do not let this planner leave my house. Just because, like I said before, it's extremely personal and I would not want anybody to see the contents of this planner. And so I started to try and do some time blocking again, but I did it for 2 weeks, but then again, I was just kind of like really struggling because I need to have a schedule and a list with me as I'm running errands and doing things and pickups and stuff like that for groceries. I'm just the type of person that like mentally, I just feel stronger and better if I have some sort of planner or journal with me at all times. And since this one can't leave my house, I kind of shifted everything, and I'll go over that in my next planners as well. But again, time blocking, I tried it and I couldn't make sense of my time blocking being in here if this planner never really left my house. And so I am in right here. This is last week in my MakseLife, and I did do my horizontal. I was really kind of sparse. I had like a wonky week, but I am going to definitely go back and look at my journal and try and fill in some of these days as well. And I'm going to be shifting this to a completely personal, deep work type of planner. So I'm not really 100% sure how I'm actually going to be utilizing my monthly layout, since I've got my other two layouts here. And so this is this week that I've got going on right now. These are spelling words my daughter needs to work on. But yeah, so Sierra announced the Club Moxie, and I immediately knew with that announcement, I knew the second she made that announcement that this was going to become just my heart and soul type of planner. And I'm actually really excited to kind of see the amount of growth that I have within this planner. But with that being said, I'm going to bring over my Hobonichi. So I have two Hobonichis. In the beginning of 2021, I told myself that I was going to use my Hobonichi Cousin as my one and all functional planner. It didn't work out as planned either. So I loved the idea of the Hobonichi because it had the monthly, the weekly, and the daily layouts. And I really struggled with the combination of weekly and daily because I really had a hard time with having a functional weekly and then having my to-do list in my weekly in addition to in my dailies. And so I used to use a passion planner daily, and I used that for about 9 months. And I had my time blocking on one side, and then I had just kind of journaling on the other. So I never posted that one either. And that's quickly what this one ended up becoming, was functional for my weekly and then journaling for my daily. And then I just felt really weird because I am me. I felt like for me personally, it was really strange to have a functional weekly, but a journal in my daily. So then I decided to just go ahead and make this a memory planner. And I actually love, love, love the way it has worked out as a memory planner. I tried this week to do a hybrid of functional and memory planning, and I didn't really care for it as much. But when I just went straight to memory planning, this is kind of what I'm loving right now. Like, I'm loving being able to just look back at this and just kind of look at all of the memories that my family and I made. This is this past week. And then I'll show you some of my dailies as well. I've covered a lot of this stuff in my dailies. I've done flip throughs on this before, but you can see I was trying to time block here, but I felt like it was over redundant because I had it in my weekly, and then I was doing a little daily recap and a journal on my daily as well. And so once I kind of like made the decision to move my MakseLife into my personal deep work, heart and soul type of journal, type of planner, I knew that this could immediately be just my memory planner because I didn't like the to-do list overlap on the weekly and the daily. And so you'll see that I've got quite a few little cards and pictures put in here as well. And I just love being able to have this space and everything is in one book. I can have the weekly memory planning, I can have the daily journaling, and then I can't wait to be able to look back on this in even a year or so and just kind of read all of the fun entries and the silly things that the kids did, or, you know, any thoughts that I had at the time, things that I was working on in that season of life as well. This was National Corgi Day, which I thought was really fun. I did a little tip in of some Corgi vellum, which I just completely loved. And I love being able to print pictures in here as well. The paper is amazing in my opinion for memory planning because it just takes to so many media and so many things. And it does bulk up a little bit. I'll show you at the very end. We're kind of getting to the end here. It does bulk up a little bit. And so I actually weighed it the other day. And as of right now, this with just 3 months in it weighs 1.5 pounds. I have no idea how much it weighed when I first got it, but this is today. So she has definitely gotten very chunky, and that actually makes me super happy. But again, because she's 1.5 pounds and she's just going to get bigger and bigger, I just knew that it wasn't going to be functional for me for a on-the-go planner. So in come these two. So I used Passion Planner last year. I used it functionally for the first few months, and then I switched it into my memory keeping. I brought the Hobonichi Weeks into my stack because I was originally going to use this as a health planner because I just really liked the size. I had never used it before, but I loved being able to the idea of having this in my bag when I was out and about was extremely appealing to me. I actually have a print impression cover for it, and this is essentially my wallet right now. And so I have all of my debit cards and stuff in my wallet, and then I have this in there as well. And so when I first got it, I was just super, super excited, and I went through and I did all of my monthly setups for the entire year. And then I did some back planning to try and figure out how I wanted to do the layout. And I was trying to determine, once I got it, whether I was going to use it functionally or if I was going to use it as a health planner. I actually just went back the other day and just added all this washi to the bottom. I don't know why. I just wanted to. But quite a few of these spreads, like the really blank ones, are some of the back planning. And then here's where I started to try and do a functional meal planner and activity log. And I like the idea, but I don't know. I'm very detailed when I write, and I really struggled with ingredients to try and figure out how much detail do I actually really need to write. And then I decided that I wanted to use it functionally. And for some reason I chose this highlighter. I didn't really care for it. And then I just went to pen only, and this is kind of where my sweet spot was just having this and all of this space to have notes. And all of these pages were really nice because I could switch layouts every time I felt the need. And so here I tried to do health planning, and here I tried to do functional planning, but I didn't like not being able to have like a running to-do list, I guess. And so again, this one is also kind of a Hot Mess Express. This is a new to me planner. I've never used the Weeks before, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And so this is kind of the week that I found, like, I found my flow, and I really like how this is working. I've got my schedule over here with my daughter's school schedule. She does online remote learning from home. All of my to-dos here routines and running to-dos on this side. And so once I realized that was kind of like my little sweet spot, I just knew that this was going to be perfect for me for on the go. This is the week that we're in right now. And I already did a video, but I set up this planner 1 month at a time. And so I can't put my daughter's school schedule stuff in there because it changes every week. But so this is my functional, everyday carry, daily, looking at it, it's always with me type of planner right now. Now, why do you ask? Do I have the passion planner? Because I love time blocking. I really, really do. I am a lot more functional with time blocking, and I also am more productive with time blocking. And so some weeks I didn't need to do time blocking, but some weeks I visually just needed to see all of my appointments and to-dos on an actual hourly timeline so I can know what I needed to do when, how long I was going to need to take to do that particular item. And so I got this just because, again, I just love time blocking. And I'm not going to ever do any of the reflections in the passion planner because I'm doing all of that deep work in my MakseLife. But this is here if I ever need it. It is an A5 size, and so it's still extremely easy to carry with me if I ever need it in order to leave the house. I might not use it in the summer because I'm a full-time mom and the kids are going to be home. But if I ever need any time blocking for any reason on super busy weeks, I know that I have this. There was one week in here it was extremely busy. And I just visually, so this week and the next week, I visually just needed to see everything I needed to do in an hourly schedule so I knew what day I could do what items. And here I was blocking off more times to do things as well. And so these two are my fully functional, I can take them with me and carry them with me if I need them type of planners. And I love them for those uses. My Hobonichi Cousin went and shifted into a memory keeper and decorative journal. Also love that. And then this beauty right here, she's still going to be my main squeeze. This is my heart and soul, this planner. I'm not going to be able to post her very much anymore on Instagram just because I'm going to functionally be using some other stuff, but I will be able to lay out all of my goals and show all the categories. And so there'll still be some posting on Instagram with this, but mostly it's going to be my memory keeper. And then I'm going to start posting these two on Instagram as well. And so personally, I'm extremely excited for my shift of my planners in the next quarter. I'm extremely excited to be able to get down and nitty gritty and dirty with this one and start working on some goals that I have. And then memory keeping, if you've followed me for any length of time, you know how much I love to be able to memory keep. And then I love being able to have my also pen only functional super messy planners. And then this one is just like the really pretty, put all the stickers and decorations in it. So I definitely have two different planner identities. And I love that I have found those particular planners that work for me to support both of my planner identities. So again, this is as of right now my planner stack. These three I use literally on a daily basis. I refer to each one of them on a daily basis, but basically this one is with me everywhere. I write in this one every single night, and this one is open on my desk in my kitchen on my goals pages, so I can kind of keep an eye and fine tune and make sure that I am staying on track with all of the things that I am wanting to do in my life. And my passion planner is for the busy weeks in case I need it for time blocking. So if you have any questions, please, 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 please send me a message. Find me on Instagram and DM me, or even just comment down below and let me know. This is definitely the most planners I've ever used at one time in my entire life. I never, ever imagined myself being a multiple planner person, but I'm so content with how everything is working for me right now that I am extremely excited for this next quarter. I just know that I'm going to be in a better mental space now that I've kind of got everything figured out. So feel free to follow me over on Instagram. I'll post the link down below. And then I will catch you guys later. Thank you so very much for watching. And I'm also interested in your planner stack. How many planners are you guys using? And what planners are you using and how are you using them? So just let me know in the comments down below. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a good rest of your day.